Hello, my name is Austin O'Brien.
And I'm Jessica Quinville.
And today we are presenting our project on comparing eastern gray squirrel fur color morphs between rural and urban areas. The eastern gray squirrel can be seen in abundance across Berkshire and Hampton counties. Usually the squirrel is seen commonly with gray fur, but it is becoming more common to find the eastern gray squirrel with black fur. The black fur is caused when the MC1R gene is missing a piece of the DNA, which causes the dark pigment in the fur to increase. The project we performed is based off a similar project called the Squirrel Mapper project, which we contributed our data to.
Our goal for this project was to see if the black color morph is more common in an urban location or a rural location. And our hypothesis was that the black color morph would be more common in an urban location. This was based off the idea that the color morph is becoming more frequent for visibility, for example, on a roadway or in the woods. We also used 3 different types of data collection methods for this project. The first one was a road survey method, so we would start by choosing a location within our study area, and then we would record the GPS coordinates of the starting location. Using the car's odometer, we would drive for exactly 1 mile. For the 1 mile stretch of road, we would count the number of squirrels and record their colors. At the 1 mile mark, we would record the GPS coordinates of the endpoint. We also made sure to record the date and time of each road survey, along with the type of area that the survey was being done, whether it was rural or urban. We did 22 road surveys in total, and our results were that for our 8 urban road surveys, there was 8 squirrels total, as you can see in the bottom left graph, and about a quarter of those were black. And then for our 14 rural road surveys, it resulted in 96 squirrels total, which can be seen in the right chart, and about a third of those were black, which told us that the frequency of black squirrels was higher in the rural areas.
Our next method was trapping, and the area we selected for trapping was located along the East Branch Trail, which is upstream from the Knightville Dam in Huntington, Mass. Traps were set out 2 to 3 days a week between late September and early November. The traps were moved around regularly to try and increase the chances of capturing a squirrel. Our results were no squirrels were captured, but future modifications to this method should be made in order to achieve a better result. So the top image on the right shows the trap that is covered just in case a squirrel was captured. It wouldn't be seen by any predators. And then also the bait we used, which was peanut butter and corn. And then on the bottom, you can see the outlined area where the traps were set. The last method we used was roadkill collection. The roadkill squirrels were collected from any roadways in the designated areas that included parts of Berkshire County and most of Hampton County. We designated the squirrel as either rural or urban based on the location where the squirrel was found. Overall, the gray squirrels were more commonly found in both rural and urban roadways. We also took genetic samples from the roadkill squirrels to add to the Squirrel Mapper project. To the right shows the data we collected solely from the roadkill, and you can see a very significant difference between the amount of gray squirrel and black squirrel in both urban and rural areas. Our conclusions. Based on the successful data collection methods, we found that the gray squirrels were more commonly found in both rural and urban locations. We also found that our hypothesis was not supported, since black squirrels were found more frequently in urban and rural areas, which supported an opposite hypothesis.
And some ideas that we had for continuing the project, we would recommend finding a site that has more squirrel activity for trapping so that you get better results. Have more students collecting roadkill to add to that data. Continuing the road surveys because that was a successful method that we used, and to continue collecting more genetic data for the Squirrel Mapper project. Thank you.